Hello students, in this video we are going to learn from our first chapter representing real numbers on the number line. So in the picture you can see how the number line will be. So any real number it can be. So it can be represented on the number line. Okay, so let's take the example here 2.665. So how it will be represented on the number line we will learn. So 2.6, so first decimal alone we will take 2.6. So where it will be? It will be in between 2 and 3. Is it not? How in our scale we will measure, like that only here also we are going to locate in the number line. So 2.6, where it will be? It will be in between 2 and 3. So in the here you can see, so in between 2 and 3 we are locating 2.6. Okay. Then next decimal is 6. Okay, so we have to locate that. Now 2.66, where it will be? It will be in between 2.6 and 2.7. Okay, so that is expanded and shown here. Okay, so that is in between 2.6 and 2.7. Then next decimal point is 2.665. So that we have to locate now. Where will be 2.665? It will be in between 2.66 and 2.67. So that has to be shown here. So in the next line you can see. So 2.66. Okay, 665 is there in between 2.66 and 2.67. So this is how we have to visualize the real number on a number line. Okay, with this knowledge we will move to the exercise. So moving to exercise 1.4, the first problem is visualize 3.765 on the number line using successive magnification. So this is called successive magnification. Okay, how we first located in that example problem, one by one. So that is called successive magnification. Okay, so now look at the first line. Okay, don't see anything else, just see the first line. So 3.765. So 3.7, first take the first decimal alone. So 3.7, where it will be? It will be in between 3 and 4. Okay, so that's why we are locating 3 and 4 here. Okay, then after that 3.76. So 3.76, where it will be? So it will be in between 3.7 and 3.8. Okay, where it is? This is a number line between 3 and 4. So in that 3.7 is here, 3.8 is here. So in between that only we are having 3.76. Okay, so that we are magnifying in the next line. In the third line we are magnifying. So 3.7 is here, 3.8 is here. So in between 3.76 is here. Okay, then 3.765. Okay, so where it will be? It will be in between 3.76 and 3.77. So in between that only we will have 3.765. So the last line, it's a last final magnification. So that is 3.76 and in between 3.76 and 3.77. So we are locating 3.765. Did you see in the last line? Okay, that arrow shows the required number. Okay, this is how we have to magnify and show the real number on the number line. Okay, so with this we'll move to the next problem. Visualize 4.26 bar on the number line up to 4 decimal places. Okay, this is the question. Okay, so 26 and one more bar is there on top, means the meaning is the 26 is going to repeat, recurring. Okay, so 26, 26, 26, it will be going like that. So for 4 decimal points we have to locate on the number line. Okay, so the required number is 4.2626. So we will see in the next slide how it is. So take the first line. Okay, so where it will be, that number will be in between 4 and 5. Is it not? Then next, so 4.2 and 3. So that required number, that is 4.26. Okay, so 26, where it will be? It will be in between 4.2 and 4.3. Okay, then that we are magnifying in the second line. Okay, in the second line we are magnifying 4.2 to 4.3. So in between we will get 4.26. Okay, so 4.26 we are locating. Then next decimal point is 2. Okay, 4.262. So that is in between 4.26 and 4.27. Okay, that's why we are coming to the third line. Okay, third line, 26 and 27. In between that we are locating 4.262 and 4.263. In between this we are having the next decimal point. So that we are expanding in the fourth line. 4.262 and 4.263. In between that we are having 4.2626. Understood? This is how we have to show in the magnification, successive magnification. We are finding out the real number on the number line. Okay, then our next topic is operations on real numbers. Okay, so operations means what are the operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These operations we are going to do on a number line. Means what are the identities that are holding for the positive real number, we are going to see in this slide. Square root of AB, that can be written as square root of A and square root of B into square root of B. Okay, so this square root of AB can be split and written as square root of A into square root of B. Okay, then the whole square root of A by B, that can be written as square root of A divided by square root of B. Okay, then third identity, square root of A plus square root of B into square root of A minus square root of B. Okay, so in the algebraic expression you would have learned A plus B into A minus B equal to A square minus B square. We will get the identity in the algebraic expression. Same way only here also we are doing, but square root of A square, it's A. Okay, so when you have square root and square, it will be get cancelled and we will get the number alone. That's why here we are having A. Okay, A minus B. Okay, then fourth identity, A plus square root of B into A minus square root of B equal to A square minus B. Okay, so moving to the last identity, A square root of A plus square root of B the whole square equal to A plus 2 root of AB plus B. This is also of the form algebraic expression identity A plus B the whole square. That's what we are applying, but we will have square root of A the whole square. So root and square will get cancelled. That's where we are getting simply A. Okay. So with this knowledge, we will move to the next slide. So points to remember: the sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational number. Okay. So sum or difference of a rational number and irrational number, if we do, we will get answer as irrational number. Okay, the next one, the product and quotient of a non-zero rational number with an irrational number is irrational number. Suppose if you are going to multiply or divide a rational number with an irrational number, then the result we will get as an irrational number. Okay. Then last one, if we add, subtract, multiply or divide two irrationals, the result may be rational or irrational. Okay, when you add, subtract, multiply or divide two irrational, not rational and irrational, two irrational, both are irrational, the result may be rational or irrational, both it can be. Okay, so with this we will see some exercise problems. So exercise 1.5. Classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. First one is 2 minus root 5. Okay, so 2 is a rational number and square root of 5, it's a irrational number. Okay, so with this if we do a operation of minus, what will be the answer? Okay, so we have to say whether it is rational or irrational, that's it. Okay, so we know that square root of 5 equal to 2.236067. So it will not end at all. It is a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. Okay, so it is an irrational number. Okay, so non-terminating and non-recurring, so it is an irrational number. Now substituting the value of square root of 5 in 2 minus square root of 5. Okay, in the question we are going to substitute this value. Okay, we will get minus 0.2360679. Okay, so the difference of rational number and an irrational number is irrational. So 2 minus root 5 is an irrational number. Okay, so the next problem, 5 plus square root of 23 minus square root of 23. Okay, so this solution we will see, we have to first remove the bracket. Okay, if we remove the bracket, plus root 23 and minus root 23 is there. So plus and minus will get cancelled. So the answer we will get 3. So 3, how we can write as a rational number? We can write it as 3 by 1. Okay, it is of the form P by Q. So what it is? It is a irrational number. Okay, so this is a rational number. The next one, 1 by root 2. Okay, so 1 by root 2 means we are having 1 as rational number and root 2 as irrational number. Okay, so we are having a irrational number in the denominator. Okay, whenever we have a irrational number in the denominator, it is very difficult to proceed furthermore. So what we will do, we will multiply and divide the numerator and denominator by root 2. Okay, so like this way of doing, we can call it as rationalize also. Okay, so similar problems it will come in the end of this exercise. Okay, so we are going to rationalize like this so that the calculation goes easier to find out. Okay, so we are going to multiply and divide by root 2. Okay, so whenever you multiply and divide, it gets cancelled and it is equal to 1 only. That's why there is no problem in doing that. Okay, so numerator is 1 and here numerator is root 2. Okay, so my 1 into root 2 you will do. You will get root 2 here. Then in the denominator we have root 2 here and here also root 2. So root 2 into root 2 is 2. Okay, root 2 into root 2 is 2 only. So that's why in the denominator we are getting 2 here. Okay, the next one, root 2 equal to, the value is 1.4142. So substituting that value, we will get 1.4142 divided by 2 equal to 0.7071 and it will be recurring. Sorry, non-recurring. It will be non-terminating, non-recurring. So it will be keep on going. So 1 by root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, so it is non-terminating and non-recurring. So this is an irrational number. So one more method is there. So 1 is rational number, root 2 is an irrational number. So whenever you have quotient of non-zero rational number with this irrational number, the result will be an irrational number. This way of solution also we can do. So I'll wind up this video with this. So I'll continue this exercise in the next video. Thank you, children.